Welcome to the Massachusetts Invention Convention Awards Ceremony 2021. We are so glad you're here with us. I can't wait to share with you all these amazing young inventors and their incredible creations to solve real world problems. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Pashka. I'm the coordinator for the Massachusetts Invention Convention, and I have two amazing people here with me. I have young inventor Selah, and I have an invention educator and engineer, Evelyn Gomez. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Selah, and I'm excited to see the young inventors too.
Yes.
My name's Evelyn Gomez. I'm so excited to be here. I love hearing from kids and their inventions because they are the most creative. I love it.
Let's get started.
Thank you to the Cambridge Science Festival.
Yes, thank you. And now a word from Dr. Stephanie Couch, the executive director of the Lemelson MIT program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stephanie Couch from the Lemelson MIT program, and I just want to cheer all of you young inventors on. So proud of all of you for being on the pathway to invention. Our country needs creative and inventive problem solvers, and I know that all of you are developing the capabilities that are really going to take us to the next level. So thanks for your hard work, and looking forward to what you will do across your lifetimes.
Of course, we want to thank our sponsor, the Lemelson MIT program. So now let's see all of our young inventors. I am so excited to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Onika Williams. Dr. Onika Williams is a top-ranking urologic surgeon in the United States and author of the wonderful children's book series, Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo. I love Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo. Here's one of her books. This one is Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo's Iceworm Intervention. And here's another one, Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo's Saturn Surprise. And I have a whole stack right here. There are a lot of them. Check them out. So Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo is this incredible character who engages with scientific topics in an exploratory and can-do mindset. These books are an incredible contribution to the diversity in children's books and models for girls and all young people, but they are strong, impactful, and can achieve anything. We are so grateful to have you here with us today, Dr. Onika Williams. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Good afternoon, young scientists, inventors, and innovators, parents, and the rest of the Massachusetts Invention Convention team. Thank you so much for this incredible honor and privilege. I'm so excited to be delivering this short message to you on this amazing accomplishment and milestone. I am Dr. Onika Williams, and I am the creator of Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo and the Island of Positivity, and I literally live on the island of positivity. You know, on the island of positivity, we believe that there is always a solution. You just have to work to find it. And I am convinced that each of you lives on the island with me because you all have clearly exemplified that you too believe that there is a solution to whatever problem you encounter. I am just astounded and amazed by the range of inventions and creations that you all have come up with today. Congratulations on a job well done. You know, science is as vast as the universe, and there are no shortage of problems that are waiting to be solved. And you all have grasped a hold of the fundamentals of what science represents, which is observation, creativity, experimentation, and hard work, and you have grabbed a hold of the things in your environment. You have observed what those problems are, and you have created very innovative solutions to those problems. And then you have worked on it over and over again and tried it and tested it and experimented with it until it did what it was designed to do. That is the foundation of scientists and inventors, and that is what you represent. So, congratulations. I am so incredibly proud of you. I am so hopeful for the future that you represent a generation that is going to make a difference in the world, that is going to grasp a hold of problems, not be afraid, go after what you want, and create solutions that are going to make the difference in so many lives. This is the starting ground, and you have shown that you all have everything that it takes to go out into the world and to change the world for the better. So I, once again, am so incredibly proud. I'm thankful for the team that has helped to pull this together. And I celebrate you all today. I say to you, continue the good work that you have started. Continue to look around you and to create those solutions. And know that you are a chosen generation that is going to create the many, many, many different solutions to the problems that we face. Our future is bright because of you. And I welcome you to the island of positivity. I celebrate you today. I thank the parents who have supported this journey and have continued to empower and to encourage you to do this work. And I'm thankful once again to the team that made this possible for you. I look forward to all the amazing things that you all are going to continue to do in your lives. And I am so incredibly grateful to be a part of this. Congratulations once again on an amazing job. Well done, and enjoy the rest of the program. I am so proud of you. Remember, not even the sky is the limit. Take good care.
Yes. I love that. Not even the sky is the limit. Thank you so much, Dr. Onika Williams. Now, let's see what's next. The Industry Merit Awards. So, this category of awards is a representation of all the different industries that students can submit their entry in. So, for instance, you could submit in energy, or you could submit in environment and sustainability, or you could submit in food and agriculture, or home organization and appliances. So these awards go to students who did very well in each of these categories. So let's see who's first.
For agriculture and food, congratulations to Quinlan and Forrester for the heat diffuser.
This is a handheld spray bottle to deliver much needed heat relieving spray to all the areas of the mouth after eating spicy food. Wow.
Maybe I can finally try those Carolina Reaper peppers. I hear that they are the spiciest in the world.
Ooh, getting bold.
Who's up next, Sayla?
For agriculture and food, congratulations to Field, Maria, and Thomas for the extractor.
This could certainly be handy for folks making meringues, which only use the egg whites. Bring it on.
I was actually taught to do this by hand, so this seems completely sanitary, which I definitely prefer. So thank you. And who does the next award go to, Sayla?
For animal care and pets, congratulations to Mackenzie G for the HMR.
Mackenzie's HMR, the horse manure remover, helps people who clean horse stalls to do that chore more effectively.
Oof, yeah, I bet it certainly makes that particular chore go a lot faster, and I sure appreciate that. Over to you, Sayla.
For consumer goods and fashion, congratulations to Olivia for the ice cream collar and to Molly and Mackenzie C for the lightning lid.
So Olivia's ice cream collar, it catches those melting drips to help you keep your hands clean while enjoying ice cream.
Olivia, I'm gonna need your help because can you help me invent something that keeps the ice cream off of my kids' faces? That's where a majority of it ends up, if not their hand. So thank you so much for that invention. Sayla, who's next?
Now hold on a sec. We have one more on this page, which I'm so excited to tell you about, and that is the lightning lid. Now this is a stretchy, sealable lid to keep liquid in your cup when it falls. Ah, nice ingenuity there, team.
For consumer goods and fashion, congratulations to David Paul for the umbrella boots and to Hunter for the bed buddy.
Oh my gosh. So these umbrella boots, David Paul designed them so he can have fun jumping in puddles, but still keeping his feet dry.
I wonder if these come in doggy sizes because I really think it would help my dog keep her paws dry and all my floors clean.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the expansion. And then here we have the bed buddy. Our arrow is pointing to it. So Hunter created this so he can enjoy reading on a Kindle or enjoying videos on his iPad or whatever, hands-free, chilling back in bed.
This would have been so helpful last night. My Kindle fell on my face and it was actually quite painful. So good job, Hunter.
Very clever.
And Sayla, who's next?
For consumer goods and fashion, congratulations to Isabella for the multi-headscarf and to Roman for the lean clean wiping machine.
Oh, this is cool. Isabella's problem. I love this. So I love, well, because I sew. And so I'm like, ooh, she sewed something. So her problem was that her scarf would come off at night. Now she created this solution with an adjustable strap to keep the scarf on. It can grow with you and it can adapt to different hairstyles. And it's silk lined to keep your hair at its best.
Amazing. I don't know how many times my head wrap has fallen off my head when I'm trying to protect my curls. So I'm super excited about this one. Good job, Isabella.
And here also on the page, Roman, his solution helps clean surfaces without getting his hands dirty or exposed to any cleaning chemicals.
Gee, that sure is handy. Over to you, Sayla.
For Earth and Sustainability, congratulations to Julia and Talia for the turtle.
So the turtle attaches to the back of your phone. It holds a reusable foldable straw so you can have a straw with you everywhere you go. So you're not tempted to use disposable straws. Way to go, team. Thank you.
Wow, I wonder how many animals this is going to save because those straws can cause some serious injuries. So thank you, Julia and Talia, for keeping our ocean creatures safe. Salo, who's up next?
For Earth and Sustainability, congratulations to Andres for the Sarsakiensis.
Andres' idea is a theoretical invention for a type of bacteria to eat the plastic in the ocean. He showed extensive research.
Imagine finally being able to get rid of that giant pile of plastic that's floating in the Pacific Ocean. That would be so amazing. Thank you, Andres. I'm so glad you're thinking about this global problem.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. Let's hear it from Laura Lopez Ortiz from the Lemelson MIT program.
Hi, young inventors. I'm Laura Lopez. I work at the Lemonson MIT program. Congratulations! I strongly believe that what you are doing now is changing our present and our future in a great way. Thank you for sharing your invention with us.
Thank you, Laura. I'm so encouraged.
For education, congratulations to Liza for Liza's mobile laptop mover.
So Liza had a problem. She dropped her laptop and it broke the screen. That's dangerous. It's frustrating and it's expensive. This straps the laptop on securely and it's mobile. So you can move it all around without dropping it.
Yeah, laptops are not really meant for laps, are they? Every time I stand up, my laptop falls and I've got so many dents on this one. It's getting to be really expensive. Good idea, Liza. And Sayla, who's up next?
For energy, congratulations to the PJ for the SOLA.
SOLA, the Solar Optimization Learning Algorithm. This invention helps green energy perform more efficiently to help things like solar power minimize costly waste in the system.
And this invention regulates how much electricity goes into and out of the grid based on that day's weather pattern. So that's going to be super, super efficient for us moving forward. How cool is that? Who's next on deck, Sayla?
For energy, congratulations to Nicolette and Lauren for the battery swap.
So Nicolette and Lauren, they interviewed some emergency workers and they found that the battery life and needing to change batteries in the flashlight was a real issue. So they created a prototype. I mean, they like designed this whole thing and it doubles the life of the flashlight by designing the interior so that it has 2 barrels of batteries. There's a set A and there's a set B and you can switch in between.
Every second is important when you're an emergency worker. So not having to spend that time switching out batteries frequently, I bet that's really going to save a lot of lives. Nice job. Sayla, who does the next award go to?
For government and financial, congratulations to Madi for the private distributed ledger voting system.
Oh my gosh, Madi's invention, it uses blockchain technology to help solve the voting problems our country has been having. That's some serious coding.
Wow. Thank you, Madi, for doing your part to protect our democracy. I can think of no bigger task. Thank you.
Oh my God, protecting democracy with coding. Way to go, way to leverage the skills. Now I'm so excited to welcome Tina Liu, innovation educator. Let's hear what she has to say for us all.
Hello, Massachusetts inventors. I'm Tina Liu, and I'm an educator who has worked for 15 years working with young people, teachers, and school leaders to develop innovative ideas. So when I heard about you all, I got so excited to see how you have taken a seed of an idea and turned it into something real. Your dedication, your hard work, and your commitment to making this world a better place is incredible. I want to congratulate you on tapping into that creativity of yours and never giving up even when things got hard. Being an inventor is not easy, and there will likely be days when you will want to give up. But don't give up. You are here today because of your perseverance and because of the amazing community of learners all around you. So, no matter what happens, no matter what the outcomes might be, don't give up. Keep on going. For that is the true heart of an inventor. Congratulations to all our Massachusetts young inventors.
Thank you so much, Tina Liu. Let's see who's next.
For health and medical, congratulations to Ashmita for a novel mask assembly.
So this novel mask assembly reduces the resistance and discomfort in breathing. Now, this is especially helpful for people with obstructive respiratory conditions. Thank you so much, Ashmita.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm sure it's going to be like a breath of fresh air for those folks that get to use this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's next, Sayla?
For home organization and appliances, congratulations to Beviker for the trash tucker and to Rainer for the trash track.
So Beviker combined a regular dustpan with some kitchen tongs. And so see how these can go like that? And she created a lid on top so that she could clamp it shut as she walked to the trash can without dropping any of the crumbs.
I definitely need one of these. My son is just learning how to help me clean, and there's a little trail of trash as he walks to the trash can. I have to do it all over again. This is perfect. Thank you, Beviker.
So speaking of trash, check out Rainer's invention, the trash track. So this is a trash bin on a track, and it goes out to the curb, it gets picked up and it gets put back on the track, and then it comes up like on a treadmill back to its position beside the house. Thanks, Rainer.
Does that mean that I don't have to take out my trash cans at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore? Because that's exactly what happened this past week.
Okay.
Thank you, Rainer.
Rainer's got your back.
Thanks, Rainer.
I am so excited about this next guest. This is Joyce Ward, the director from the Office of Education and Outreach of the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Thank you so much for coming to say a message to our students.
Hi, my name is Joyce Ward, and I serve as the director of the Office of Education at the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I am super excited to be here and to be a part of this year's Massachusetts Invention Convention. And I'm excited because of you, each one of you. You've come up with amazing projects, and I couldn't be more proud of you. I know that your parents and your teachers are extremely proud of you. And I hope, most of all, that you're proud of yourself. It takes a lot of imagination and ingenuity to identify problems, and then to not only just identify them, but to actually think about ways to solve them. That's incredible. You're incredible. And I want to just encourage you to keep going, keep dreaming, keep imagining, and keep making those imaginations real. That is an important part, is to make your imagination real. Know that you have the power to do that. So in your gift bags this year, the USPTO is very happy to be able to provide inventor collectible cards. These are some of the fun things that our Office of Education provides to students all over the country and to educators as well. And so in your bags or in your boxes this year, we have a few inventor cards. And I'm just going to tell you about two very quickly. One is Temple Grandin. She is an inventor. She's also an author and an advocate. And she is from Massachusetts, which is why I wanted to make sure that I showed you Temple Grandin's card. You'll have to read the back of the card to learn more about her inventions. The other inventor that we have from Massachusetts is Forrest Bird. Forrest Bird was an amazing individual. He was a World War II pilot. He learned to fly when he was young, and he came up with an amazing invention, but you'll have to look on the back of the card to find out more about him. Forrest Bird and Temple Grandin are just two examples of inventors, ordinary people who have been able to do extraordinary things. We're happy that you're doing extraordinary things. Thank you so much for the opportunity to wish you well.
Thank you, Joyce Ward. Okay, so I got to show you. She mentioned gift bags, didn't she? So I'm going to show you one thing that comes in. Your Massachusetts Invention Convention t-shirt, labeled on the side with our sponsor, Lemelson MIT, and in the front with the Massachusetts Invention Convention. I also wanted to show you two other of these cards because Joyce sent some to me too. Here's one, Rory Cooper, and here's another one, Dr. Marion Croak. So I'm so excited. You'll be getting a few of these along with your t-shirt, your certificates, and awards. So just so you know, expect those in a week or so from your teacher, or If you're not in person in school at all, you'll be receiving them to your home.
For safety, congratulations to Jack and Charlie for the Easy Speak radio.
Okay, so they also interviewed safety workers, and I'm going to model using my tongs here. You see that long, thin part of their adaptation? It's a CB radio attachment, and it allows safety workers to turn their radio on with their cheek. So they can use both of their hands. So if this is the radio, they can go like this and do whatever they need to, CPR or whatever, and just do that with their cheek as opposed to their hand.
Yeah, I'm sure being able to have both of your hands readily available during an emergency is really, really valuable. So that's a great invention. And Sayla, do we have another one?
For sports, games, and toys, congratulations to Lillian for the Sleepy Unicorn.
So Lillian combined a Bluetooth speaker with a stuffed animal so she can hear her parents' voices at night to help her fall asleep.
I'm sure my little guy would love one of these. Maybe not my voice though. Maybe some music?
Hey, you can adapt it.
On to you, Sayla.
For transportation, congratulations to Jacob for the moon shoot.
So Jacob was watching the video of the astronauts walking on the moon and tripping and falling on the moon. So Jacob, he researched about biomechanics of the human body, and he designed this bottom of a shoe to help astronauts keep their balance in the moon's low gravity.
1/6 gravity to be exact. And Jacob, can I volunteer to be your prototype tester, please? I'll be applying to be an astronaut again this year, and I don't want to be tripping over myself on the moon. Also, can we make some of these for Mars? Are they going to be different if it's for Mars? I'm very curious to find out.
Oh my gosh, he's on the case. Creating for the future. Love it. I'm so excited to welcome you to Dr. Lee Estabrooks, our Invention Education Officer at Lemelson MIT. I also want to give a huge, delightful thanks to Dr. Estabrooks. She's actually the one who introduced me to the Invention Convention, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, Dr. Lee Estabrooks.
Congratulations, inventors. I hope you had fun on this Invention Convention journey. I can't wait to see what you invent in the future. This is only the beginning for you. And I'd like to thank all of those adults in your lives who've helped make this possible. I'd like to thank your parents and your teachers. I'd like to thank the staff at the Lemelson MIT program. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Dr. Pashka, because she's worked tirelessly for a couple of years to make this happen for you. So again, congratulations and good luck to all of you who are going on to the National Invention Convention later on this spring. Happy inventing.
I noticed she's wearing her Scout uniform. And that's really cool because I know we have a lot of Scouts who enter this Invention Convention. And Scouts, if you keep at it, there is actually an Inventing Merit Badge, which Dr. Lee Estabrooks was part of creating. So keep at it. Dun, da, 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 da. It is time for our finalists. Okay, let me tell you a bit about this section. Every single inventor, young inventor that you see from this point on in our ceremony will receive an invitation from the U.S. Nationals Invention Convention. And you get the opportunity to represent our state, the state of Massachusetts, at the National Invention Convention. I'm so excited for the big reveal with all these. We have 4 categories. These are by age. So first, we're going to start with lower elementary. And then we're going to go to upper elementary, and then middle school, and then high school. And I'm so excited because we're actually going to hear from some of our top scoring inventors. All right, let's see who they are.
From Club Scout Pack 735 Wolf Den, William K. for the banana shield.
Okay, so William ate one too many cookies that tasted like banana. After doing a ton of research on the gases that bananas emit that the other food absorbs, he combined a plastic banana case that already existed with the technology from mask filtration. And he experimented with a bunch of different types of filters to get the banana in the case, close it, and keep all those gases from emitting out. So he can enjoy his lunch with a banana and a cookie, and they each taste like they did before they were put in the lunchbox.
That's really cool. But I'm wondering if he can come up with something that will make my banana taste like a cookie. I think I would eat more bananas.
Cookie bananas.
Over to you, Sayla.
From Taunton Public Schools, congratulations to Sadie for the Mogul Shield.
Okay, so this is such a compassionate and practical and timely invention. Hospital workers need to protect their eyes, their nose, and mouth while they're doing their work. So Sadie combined a 3-in-1 situation here that it's all together. Mask, ogle, goggle, shield. She also created this little kit, if you can see here, the Mogul Shield Anti-Frog Spray Kit. It's artful, it's practical, love it.
So practical. I had to travel earlier this year, and it was just so difficult getting through security with all this stuff on my head. Everything was falling off, and I'm sure this would have just made it a lot easier to just have one piece. Good thinking, Sadie.
This is Rebecca from New Covenant School for Suction Cup Legs for Tots.
So here you'll notice we have a different color screen. We're using purple. And we have a big congratulations to give to Rebecca because she is the Merit Award winner for the highest score among all the lower elementary entrants. Congratulations, Rebecca. Let's hear directly from the inventor.
The invention I made is called the suction cup legs for tots. My problem is when me or my brother stand on a chair or lean on the back, it's easy for the chair to tip over. This is how my invention works. I put suction cups on the bottom of chair legs so that it sticks to the floor. And when little kids pull on the chair won't tip over and little kids won't get hurt. This is my first model I built. I used building blocks for the chair, toilet paper rolls for the chair legs, toy arrows for the suction cups, and duct tape to make it stable. This is the real suction cup legs for tots I'm working on. I use real suction cups, toilet paper rolls, and duct tape. So you gotta put all of them in. Let me make all of these. Make sure all the things are sticking to the ground. Now, when I push, it doesn't fall over.
I love how she first created a model, then created a working prototype, and she says she's still working on it. She didn't say, I made. It's not in the past. She's actively engaged in improving it and working on it. She also tested it right in front of us. So congratulations, Rebecca. We're so excited for you to represent the state of Massachusetts at US Nationals Invention Convention.
From Cape Cod Academy, Liza for Liza's mobile laptop mover.
Here she is again. Congratulations. We knows what hers does. Have fun.
An independent inventor, Elias, for the snack safe lunchbox locker.
Okay, so Elias created a locking mechanism that uses centripetal force to lock his lunchbox to keep his snacks safe from his siblings. To unlock it, you spin it the other way.
I love that. Take that, siblings. You're not going to break into that lunchbox. Nope. I think Elias is going to get to keep all of his cookies.
Oh my gosh, we gotta connect Elias and William with the banana shield. They can have like a little lunch kit, right? You got your cookie that your siblings can't snag and it'll taste exactly like you want it. And you can also have your banana.
Yeah, we got to get these two inventors together.
Indeed.
From New Covenant School, Faith for the toothbrush glove.
Faith felt that with a toothbrush, she just couldn't get a good enough job done cleaning those back molars. So by combining the toothbrush and a glove, she's able to get back there and really get those back molars really clean.
This could be a really, really cool implementation for a pediatric dentist, to help get those younger kids a deeper clean way back there. And I also think this would be very helpful for pets. My hand gets a little too slobbery for my taste when I have to clean my dog's teeth. I'll take some. Please, take my money.
Yes. Love it.
From New Covenant School, Jolie for the bottle pacifier.
So Jolie noticed that after finishing the bottle, babies will want a pacifier, but sucking their bottle afterwards, they're getting a bunch of air and that gives them painful gas. So Jolie put a clean pacifier with a nice protective cap to keep it clean at the bottom. So the parent can just turn that bottle around and the baby's sucking on a pacifier.
So Pashka, I have a 9-month-old at home and I have this problem 4 times a day. I'm holding a 9-month-old baby in one arm and then using my other arm to try to find the pacifier. Sometimes it's dark and it's the perfect way to wake a sleeping baby. Can you please send me an infinite amount of these, Jolie, please?
I'm telling you, get this thing on the market. Like,
yes,
there is a market for this.
And who does the next award go to, Sayla?
This is William L. from Taunton Public Schools for VR Squared.
Congratulations, William. You are the Merit Award winner for the highest score in the upper elementary division. First off, rockin' shirt, love the shirt. Now let's hear directly from you what you have to say.
I'm here to show you VR Squared, virtual reality vital reader. Some kids don't like getting their vital signs taken for various reasons. A few are being scared or nervous or have sensory processing issues. Take my brother for instance. He has autism and sensory processing issues. He doesn't like being touched. He doesn't like the pressure from the blood pressure cuff, and he doesn't like the finger from the oxygen level reader. So I've came up with a solution. VR Squared. VR Squared is a virtual reality device that takes all the vital signs with fun and enjoyment. So as you can see, you have heart rate, blood oxygen level reader, you have a temperature strip, and then a blood pressure cuff. So while it's doing that, you put on the blood pressure cuff, then you put it on your head like you would be wearing a pair of goggles. And what you do is you slide your fingers in this hole and put them just like this. And you have to have your arm exactly like this, or the blood pressure cuff or the blood pressure won't work properly. So as it's doing this, taken all of your vital signs, and what the kid will see is a video.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, this thing needs to be VR cubed because it's going to be very reliable.
Oh, love it. VR cubed. Moving on up, William. Represent us at nationals.
Good
Oh, God.
job.
I love it.
Yeah. Who's our next winner, Sayla?
From Locke Middle School, congratulations to Rashith and Dustin for Techno.
Oh my gosh, this is a handy temperature reader bracelet, and it can tell you right away if you have a high temperature or not. And of course, this was straight up out of this season of COVID and schools trying to be open, but needing to read every kid's temperature.
Super handy. And I'm sure it's quick and it's going to make that school entry streamlined, smooth. Who does the next award go to, Sayla?
From Hopkinton Middle School, congratulations to Christopher and Dylan for the social distancing radio transceiver.
Okay, so you wear this little radio transceiver and it fits on you like, like a tag. And it helps you keep 6 feet apart and it lets you know when you're not. Additionally, this radio transceiver can be used for contact tracing.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I noticed that after some time, that distance between people starts to shrink. And I'm sure this is going to be really, really handy and a good reminder to just take a step back, give yourself some space. Great idea. And who's up, Sayla?
This is Dorothy, an independent inventor for the Code Chooser 100.
Congratulations, Dorothea. You are the Merit Award winner for highest score in middle school. And I can't wait to share this clip of your video with everybody.
The name of my invention is Coat Chooser 100 because it helps you choose the right coat or jacket to wear outside or on a walk. This is an image of the finished product. It is a working invention and it will work. The problem I was trying to solve is not knowing what jacket or coat to wear outside. You are either too hot or too cold and it just makes it not fun. So I wanted to solve that because that's happened to me many times. And so how my thing will solve it is that instead of, so it will take the weather and it will look at it in a if statement in the code and it will see the correct jacket and it will tell you using an LED. For research in the code, I did not know how to write everything. I'm not perfect. I don't know a million things. So I researched on different sites, such as like tutorial pages and just community forums. And here are just some of the things I found. Some of the things I need to look up were like geolocation or lighting up LEDs using Python. Some were more simple than others, but all of them got the job done. And I've got links down here. The design is a wood box with LEDs and engravings on the front, but on the inside it uses a Raspberry Pi to run, geolocation to find the location, and an API to find the weather. Then once it has the weather, we'll look at an if statement and figure out what group that number fits into. Building tests. So my first idea was a wind turbine, but that didn't really solve any problems. It was just a cool thing to build. So instead I started thinking about the problem of being too cold or too warm on a walk. And eventually the idea blossomed into a box with LEDs and engravings. And I needed 3 things to make it work. I needed the box, I needed wiring, and I needed code. So when writing the code, I needed to do a lot of research because I don't know all code. Python, I'm okay at doing Python, but I don't know everything. Obviously now I've learned a lot more, but I needed to teach myself a lot. So, and I also did a lot of debug because you're not going to get everything perfect on the first time, and it's really important to put aside time to do that. And so some of the things that I had to debug was I had to fix because I accidentally wrote down the wrong pins that I wired the legs to, so we just did that by changing the temperature artificially and seeing what ended up, and that worked. And we also first wrote the code to find your location by city, but there's multiple cities with the same name in different places, so that didn't work. So instead what I did is I used longitude and latitude to find your location because that pinpoints the exact point.
Oh my gosh. I am in awe. I am in awe. Ah.
From Hopkinton High School, congratulations to Nicolette and Lauren for the battery swap.
Wow. I'm just so excited about all these young inventors. I'm kind of just blown sideways by their amazingness. And yay to this team because they're a double winner because they were also in our previous round. So thanks.
From Prospect Hill Academy, congratulations to Priyanka for the Grandma Mare Straw.
Okay, so first off, I love the artwork here. Like it's so helpful to convey your design when you actually put time and energy into the art. And this is very clear. It is both artistic and scientific. So this water pot made from sustainable materials, good thinking there, Priyanka. It helps you keep your plants healthfully watered with much less effort. And she did a lot of research on actually how the plant root systems work.
That's incredible. Maybe I can finally keep some of my plants alive.
Yes.
Yeah, who does the next award go to?
From Hopkinton High School, congratulations to Siddhi and Emily for the grip clip.
Oh my gosh, in this time of COVID, we all get tired of wearing our masks. So this invention, it's a structural solution that helps you keep your mask on when you need to keep it on.
Huh, is that a little transceiver that I see right there? It also lets you know when it's safe to take your mask off, when you're more than 6 feet away. That is genius. Great idea. I know that I need that reminder. Who's up, Sayla?
An independent inventor, Huan, for a helping hand soft robotics glove.
Okay, so Juan here, he has a loved one with Parkinson's, and he created this to help them move their hand because they suffer from hand motor deficiencies. Wow.
My grandpa could have really used something like this after his stroke. He lost use of his hand, and I'm sure it would have really helped him regain some of that strength in the beginning. That's incredible, Juan. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. It's amazing. I am so excited to share with you a message from Dr. Rohan Kundargi from MIT.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rohan Kundargi from MIT's Office of Government and Community Relations. As a geologist and an earth scientist, I am amazed to see the breadth of all of your inventions and to learn about the complex solutions you've come up with to address the problems in the world around you. Congratulations to the hundreds of Massachusetts young inventors watching this today. You have all done a fantastic job this year.
From Weston High School, congratulations to Jacob for the moon shoot.
There he is again. Go represent us at nationals. Send us up to that moon again.
From Hopkinton High School, congratulations to Jay for an adaptive system to help prevent distracted driving.
Okay, so for all of you people who are not drivers yet, this is so important. Jay, I'm so glad you're thinking about this problem and creating a solution to help us make it better.
I've definitely seen some people out there on the road that are just not taking safety seriously. So I think this can really help a lot of people just stay safe on the road. Thank you so much, Jay. And who does the next award go to?
From Hopkinton High School, congratulations to Madi for a private distributed ledger voting system.
Yay, there you go, double double.
an independent inventor from Lexington Christian Academy, PJ, for SOLA.
Yet another. Thank you so much, PJ, for working hard to help us really improve our green energy usage. It's really important for us working on tackling climate change.
And 3 cheers for artificial intelligence.
Right? AI for the win.
For the win.
From Hopkinton High School, Fateh, for a deep convolutional neural network approach to predicting wildfires.
Oh my gosh, did we just say AI for the win or what? Wildfires. Thank you so much, Fateh. Like, for real. Thank you. I reach through the screen as you watch this and I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hail from California, okay? So this invention, I can't even begin. But it will give peace of mind. It'll help firefighters and it'll give additional time to help people prepare to fight those fires, and it'll help people who live within the evacuation zones.
Yeah, I really bet that the firefighters are going to love this invention because they can stay ahead of the fire. So it's going to keep them safe too. That's incredible. On to the next one, Selah.
Oh, this is exciting. I have to interrupt for a second. This is our last award of this ceremony. Now, we have a lot more stuff to tell you afterwards, but Selah, go ahead and introduce them. I just wanted to say, this is, here we go.
This is Riley and Giovanni from Hopkinton High School for Infrared Alert.
So congratulations, Riley and Janavi. You are the Merit Award for highest score in the high school category. I'm excited to share a bit of your video with all of us.
The problem we chose to tackle was that pets, children, and people with neurodivergent disabilities could go out of the house and could possibly get lost or hurt. We did some research, and according to Alzheimer's Association, 5.8 million people have Alzheimer's disease, and 6 in 10 wander around at least once, and many do so repeatedly. And our solution, Infrared Alert, could help solve that.
Whether it's a pet, child, or family member, safety is the #1 priority. We know that as a caregiver, you can't be watching the person at all times. So if they go outside, our device will alert you, and we'll also send a flag up in the driveway to tell drivers to slow down. We came up with this design because somebody in our neighborhood had a dog, and they had an invisible fence and they let their dog out. When they came back up the driveway, they had accidentally killed it because they couldn't see it. And we don't want this to happen to any other families.
Yeah. And this is one part of the Infrared Alert, and this is the IR transmitter. So what the IR transmitter basically does is it sends a signal to the IR receiver. And that will...
Yeah, this is the IR receiver. Here's the receiver part.
Oh my goodness, that was incredible. And I noticed in that video, they went all in on the marketing too. They just didn't do incredible science and iteration and research. Like, they had a really cool logo, they made t-shirts, they just went all in. So cool. So now I'm so honored to introduce you to someone I respect and admire from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Let me introduce you to Cliff Chuang.
Hi, my name is Cliff Chuang of the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Congratulations to all the young inventors of Massachusetts for your hard work to solve real problems through your inventing skills. We hope that you had a great convention, and again, congratulations to all of the award winners.
Yes, congratulations, everybody. We celebrate you, inventors. So when you receive your Mass Invention Convention t-shirt and your certificate and your awards, take a selfie. Show it off. Okay, you can highlight your prototype. You could really get into your invention and share that too. So tag yourself, okay? Tag it. See that? Hashtag Mass Invents 2021. I'll say it again. Hashtag Mass Invents 2021. You could also show up those cards that you're going to receive, your swag from the United States Patent and Trade Office. So follow our socials. You'll notice them right here in the corner on the diagonal. Facebook is at Mass Invention Convention, and Instagram is at Mass Invention Convention. That's easy, right? Mass Invention Convention, Mass Invention Convention. Okay, now remember that hashtag. Say it with me. Hashtag Mass Invents 2021.
2021. Show off your swag.
Yes.
And this is for all of you educators watching or parents who want to play educational roles in your kids' or community's lives to help students think like inventors. This summer, Lemelson MIT is putting on a professional development session. It is still virtual this year, and it's called Creative Problem Solving and Inventing. It's July 12th to July 14th. I'll be a presenter, so I hope we see you there. And we have a link right here, which is we're going to put right into the chat box for you to copy and paste. You can sign up for our professional development with educators all around the United States and all around the world. And we gather together and we just have so much fun. So to learn more about creative problem solving and inventing and how to teach it to other kids and how to engage kids in inventing and inventing for others in their communities, please come check it out. Come learn more. We welcome and we invite all educators and anyone interested in joining us in this professional development opportunity this summer. Trust me, it's a lot of fun, and I hope we see you there.
Yeah, it is so fun. I learned how to solder 2 years ago at this invention workshop. And last summer, you taught me how to code using Microbit. That was super cool. And I connected with amazing teachers from all over the world and plenty of places all over the United States. I mean, really cool people show up at these. It's awesome.
Definitely.
Here it is. It's the big thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you to all of you parents and teachers and scout leaders, principals and mentors and coaches, and oh my goodness, invention convention judges. You guys invested with your heart and your mind and your energy, and it really matters. Thank you for investing in these young inventors. Thank you to the young inventors. Now I gotta tell you something. You see how I just thanked the judges for their work? You are gonna be receiving your feedback. Each entry was seen by a minimum of 5 professionals in the sciences, in inventing, in education, marketing, all these professional fields. They gave time and energy to look through all of your materials. They watched your videos. They read through your display boards. They went through your invention logs, and they gave you their professional level feedback. Take this feedback, be encouraged by it, and know that they're taking you seriously. If they're giving you feedback to tell you to tweak something or to research this, or you can think about improving it in this way, take it seriously. For those of you who are moving on to nationals, use that feedback to help you in your revamping in your next iteration of your invention convention entry. You have between now and the deadline to iterate on your invention itself. You could do a whole next level prototype. Whatever you do, you just gonna turn it in by May 13th. But take their advice, okay? This is like, this of all the stuff we're doing, honestly, I think that's the most valuable. That's priceless. The advice that you guys are receiving, that feedback, that's the stuff right there. Thank you. Oh my goodness, and my personal thank you, I could not have done this without mentoring from these 2 amazing women. Oh my gosh, love them so much. The executive director of Connecticut Invention Convention, Christine Lawler King, and the executive director from the California Invention Convention, Brenda Payne. they like taught me how to do this and pulled me through, and I have learned so much. And I haven't just learned like the technical stuff or the practical stuff, but the deep purposeful stuff, and I am forever grateful. And on that, I also am excited and heart swelling to say thank you to the Invention Convention US Nationals for all the support along the way, and for this incredible opportunity to open up the doors to invention to young people to do this on the state and national level. I mean, it's just incredible. Here it is, the big reminder of the important dates. Okay, this is for everybody, not just for our national finalists, okay? But for those of you who are finalists, May 13th, big key date, okay? Write it down, put it in your calendar right now. Other big key date, and this is for everyone watching this, June 24th is the National Invention Convention. We gotta cheer on our representatives. It's like the Olympics kind of, right? It's like they're the people representing you, okay? You're representing us, you're representing me. I'm so excited, I'm freaking out. Okay, so June 24th, that is the National Invention Convention. See that URL right there, inventionconvention.org? Check it out. There's more information there. And of course, I'm gonna be sending more information to all of the students who participated. So you'll be getting information from me. I'm not leaving you in the dark here, but put these dates down. Let's prepare to cheer on our Massachusetts representatives. Yes. Okay, let me tell you about this video. This is the last thing we're closing out. This is the Massachusetts Invention Convention Award Ceremony 2021. But what this video is right here, this is from the United States National Invention Convention from 2019, back when it was in person. And you know what? The plan is for the future for it to be in person again. This year it's virtual, okay? So Nationals is virtual just like this, except it's gonna be like, you know, on the national level. So I'm really excited to see it. I'm sure it's gonna be bigger and better. I can't wait. Okay, so this year's virtual, but hopefully in the future, it will be in person and it'll be like this. So for all of you young inventors who are watching, kindergarten through 11th grade, sorry seniors, you're gonna have to do stuff like in the next stage of your life, be it in the professional world or college or whatever. Okay, you rocked here, we're proud of you, you go to nationals now. But for all you kids in the future, keep in mind, if you keep at this, enter next year, solve some new problem, maybe work with a team this time, or if you're working with a team, try solo or a different team or the same team, whatever. Just keep problem solving, keep inventing, and you might get the chance to go to the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan, and go to the National Invention Convention in person. So this video shows you what that's like. Here it is from 2019, the US National Invention Convention. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you. You're amazing. So proud of you.
So you put the slider through the bottom and push out one test strip.
These mini wind turbines are making electricity.
And the ridges on the inside will catch the corn.
So I want to be a world changer. I'm Tamira and I'm an inventor.
I'm Robbie and I'm an inventor.
I'm an inventor.
I'm an inventor.
We are inventors.
I am an inventor.
Invention Convention is a K-12 educational program, and it takes kids all the way through a 7-step process where they identify a problem, they identify and understand who that problem affects. They then brainstorm and ideate, they design, they build, they test, and then they have to communicate that problem to others.
We have created a self-heating lunchbox, which will be able to heat your food at the flick of a switch.
House fires can happen to anybody, and people have to be ready for it, and so I wanted to make something to help people. I asked my grandma some problems she had in her life, and she said getting out of bed was one of them. And many kids were falling on the ice at school, and I thought it was overwhelming for the nurse, and they had to stand for recess. And no kid likes to stand for recess, let me tell you.
This place was founded by Henry Ford himself.
And in fact, he founded it as a school, as a place of learning. And the philosophy was learning by doing. I don't know of a better way of honoring that philosophy than by recognizing young inventors who are learning through invention, who are learning by innovating in their classrooms, solving problems that they've identified themselves.
A device designed for two-way communication between people with hearing loss and those with no hearing deficits.
We estimated that if implemented, it'll cut down on landfill waste by about 1/3 and save us about $7.3 billion in the process.
My friend told me that because he had severe allergies, he needed to spend upwards of 3 hours in a supermarket every single time he shopped because he couldn't read this small little ingredient text, and his parents struggled to do so as well.
We always want to inspire that next generation. And this kind of competition is really inspiring that next generation of doers, of creators, of inventors, yes, but also entrepreneurs, people who are going to solve the problems that we all face today and that we will face tomorrow.
Our algorithm right now is trying to count cells on a page, and we're using image recognition. And one of the biggest problems there is that when two objects are very close together, they're usually detected as one object just due to the nature.
I then realized that the dimples would have no way of getting fresh air in them, so I decided to move towards an air channel, which would suck in air by using the boat's forward motion.
It originally used Bluetooth, but then I changed it to sonar and acoustic waves because of how well they use. However, that meant creating a lot of new prototypes.
Actually went through 4 different types of motors because they either weren't strong enough or they weren't fast enough for my liking.
I had trouble getting my magnet onto my motor. If I hot glued it directly, it would fly off. I tried to use a cork then, but the cork was falling apart.
So instead, I used the Raspberry Pi in combination with the Arduino in order to get capabilities of both Wi-Fi as well as hardware.
This is the next generation workforce that we need.
If you don't get an award, it doesn't matter. You changing the world is what matters.
By coming to this museum, I've really been inspired by those who want to make the world a better place, because I feel that I also can play a part in doing so.
Just a small girl from a small town can make a really big difference, and when you have so many other people to support you, like the Invention Convention with so many other people, oh, you can do this, you can do that, it makes you empowered and it makes you feel really great about your invention and about what impact you're having on your community.
I love being here, and I'm so excited that we're coming from the entire nation to be here today to celebrate innovation and invention and progress and the inventor's spirit. It's just so inspiring.